been an electric vehicle owner for quite some time. I think our household has been pure electric for 2 years plus, something like that. And there's a perspective change that happens as an electric vehicle owner concerning going out and doing drives. I think there was a certain neurosis that developed as a internal combustion engine vehicle owner over the years, where I was always conscious of how far I was to the next 3,000 mile oil change, or when the next impending breakdown was going to happen, how I had to get through the week with my current tank of gas, or how much it was going to cost to refill my tank, things like that. And as an electric vehicle owner, it's hard to describe, but as time goes on, you begin to realize the old life for what it was. And I have to say it was restricting, at least for me that was the case. Now that I'm an EV owner, I find that I've developed a hobby of doing frivolous road trips because I'm not concerned about the next 3,000 mile oil change or an impending breakdown. With an electric vehicle, the type of service schedule you have to do is once every 30,000 to 40,000 miles, you have to replace your tires. You have to put in new windshield washer fluid. About once every 2 years, you have to have the brake pads checked. Not necessarily replaced, but at least checked. And that's about it. I mean, there's no transmission. There's no radiator. There's no oil pan. There's no serpentine belts. There's no fuel pump. All those things just don't exist in an electric vehicle. It's just a very reliable car. And it's hard to describe without having experienced it, but it makes taking road trips with a sense of freedom and liberty that's hard to describe. I find that once I get out on the road in an EV, that I could just keep going forever, especially since I glamp in the back of the car. I could just keep going forever as long as there's DC fast chargers. There's really nothing stopping me. And I don't have an impending fear of breakdown, or how much gas is going to cost and how much I'm spending on gas, or where am I going to get an oil change because I'm getting close to the 3,000 mile oil change mark. None of that exists anymore as an EV owner. And I've developed a passion of finding frivolous locations in order to take road trips. I found this YouTuber, where is this one right here? All Right with Timothy French. He walks through the downtown district in cities in the state of North Carolina, and he's also recently started a North Carolina Scenic Byways playlist. The first video I watched, and you can see right here, there's a book on his front passenger seat that he's discussing. And it turns out that book, he refers to it here in the video, how to get it. And that's this website right here. It's a program put on by the North Carolina Department of Transportation, and many other states do similar types of programs where certain routes are designated as scenic byways, and then they'll put up signage in order to direct you along the route, where to turn right, how far to go down, that sort of thing. And as you're going along the route, there'll be signposts letting you know you're on the right route and when to make turns and things like that. And the book covers all of them in the state of North Carolina, and it's free. You can download a copy, but you could also get a hard copy, which is what was on his front seat. And I got one also right here. And all you have to do is click here, and I'll put the link in the description down below to request your hard copy. And you just fill out like a little email form, and they'll mail it to you. Mine arrived in like 3 days. It was very quick. And it comes with a fold-up map, kind of like the old Rampant Valley road maps that have the grid coordinates in order to reference for certain points of interest that the book refers to. And if you're looking for road trip fodder, whether you're an EV enthusiast or not, and you're somewhere near the Carolinas, this book is a pretty good resource. And I'll put, as I said, the link to Timothy French's website for his YouTube road trips and walkthroughs of downtown districts in the state of North Carolina and South Carolina, and also how to get to this NC Byway website. Anyway, hope you enjoy.